So if you don't know already, I'm Brian Main, and I've been teaching goal mapping for a long time. Hello there from Denmark, Chester, Stockholm, Norway, Southampton. Lovely to reel off all the different places. Sweden. Improve a current relationship. Comment from Karen B in London. Tewkesbury. Haven't been to Tewkesbury for a while. Lovely place. Hello, Lorraine. Good to see you again. So let me go into the PowerPoint. First time from Netherlands. Nice to see you. Pauline. Sheila Lemon, good to see you again. Regular attender and, of course, coach with goal mapping. Just going through some of the messages here, because it's really nice to see the comments. Thomas, good to see you. Lorraine from Leicester. So let me bring up the PowerPoint presentation and just cover some of the opening information, and then we can take things deeper from there. So goal mapping has been helping people around the world now for a really long time. Since 1995, first goal mapping presentation. And every month I'm running one of these free presentations, a Life Path Masterclass, where we look at the different ways you can use goal mapping and also the other mapping systems, because there are 4: goal mapping, life mapping, action mapping, and self mapping. And myself and Vicky put on these free presentations every month. I'm on one side of the table, and see if I can just spin the camera round. Vicky there's on the other side of the table. And so while the principles of goal mapping are very, very simple, it's still very helpful to people if they see a demonstration of how the system works. And so each month we're focusing on creating a different goal map. Here's me when I first started out teaching goal mapping back in 1995, and the goal mapping mission since then has been to help lift the lives of 7 million people in all the different important life areas. Still working on the mission. So far reached around about 5 million people, little more, in both corporate business, large and small, public workshops, and now online presentations, and also in education. One of the things that's really helped to reach a lot of people is there are 1,500, and in fact I need to update the slide, it's 18, not 11, 1,518 coaches, trainers, therapists, business consultants, sports coaches, youth leaders, you name it, all sorts of people around the world have become certified in teaching goal mapping, helping other people to change their life. And it's made an absolutely huge difference. From the very beginning, the message has been consistent. Your thoughts influence, they create your reality in both yourself and in your life. And this was the message that I started sharing along with the goal mapping technique. Remember, creating a goal map, I've got mine right here in my pad. Creating a goal map is a technique, and then outside of the technique, drop my pen on the floor, is the teaching, the message. And this has been the essence of the message since the start of the program. Your thoughts create your reality in both yourself, they shape who you are as a person, and then through yourself, through your actions, your attitudes, your beliefs, they shape your life. Tonight, we're focused on relationships. And one of the key thoughts and principles that came to my mind earlier when putting together the presentation is that life is a mirror. As above, so below. As within, so without. And so, along with your thoughts create your reality, our thoughts collectively, humans together, our thoughts, whether that's within your family, within your local community, within your society, or within global humanity, our thoughts collectively create an energy that shape our reality. And unfortunately, many of the realities that we're facing at the moment are not so good because the collective thought on the planet is not always positive and harmonious. It's very often the opposite. We only have to look at the conflicts going on around the world, and of course, not least within Ukraine. Our thoughts shape and create our reality, both within our community, family, wider society, or globally, and of course, they influence the world. And so much of the news these days is about climate change and the effect that human thought, feeling, and action has had on our environment. I've been sharing goal mapping and the principles that go with it for 20 more years now in business, in education, and with sports people. In fact, in every area of life where somebody wants to achieve something, goal mapping has shown its value and how it can help people. And then in these masterclasses, we are following a journey. It starts with creating a goal map for living your best life. And then each month, we're covering how to goal map an important life area. So a goal map for authentic happiness, a goal map for raising your self-esteem, a goal map for increasing your well-being and being vibrant in your energy, a goal map for improving your economy, increasing your finances, creating a financial freedom. Tonight focuses a goal map for harmonious relationships. And next month will be how to create a goal map for enhancing your sense of purpose, both finding purpose in your life and then moving along your path and living your purpose. Maybe you were recommended to join this program through a friend or associate, someone you know, or maybe you discovered it through a social media post that we've made, or maybe you've read a goal mapping book or found some material in the past. This will be the last month where we run the Zoom independently of goal mapping online. From next month onwards, to register for these free masterclasses and to view the masterclass, you will need to have a goal mapping account. It's absolutely free to create a goal mapping account. And if you upgrade to either the silver or the gold level, there are numerous benefits which are outlined at the end of the presentation this evening. But everyone can have a free account, and you can keep that free account for as long as you want, and you can create a free goal map and you can keep on changing that goal map. So each month you can actually go into the system for free and you can create a map, you can download the map, you can print the map. The next month you can create a new map if you wish to, because the benefits of having multiple maps are really important, and it creates a cumulative benefit within your life, which are outlined as we go into the program in a little while. And so tonight's focus, harmonious relationships, and let me get straight into our harmonious goal mapping relationship map. I'm going to call Vicky over, come sit with me instead of the other side of the table. and gonna turn the camera as best I can. So we've got both of us in on the screen a little bit. It's a little bit of a odd angle because of the way the camera is, but there, I think that's okay. So we created this goal map together, and we're going to guide everyone tonight through the process of creating a relationships goal map. And that can either be a goal map with you and existing relationships, or it can be a goal map to get into a new relationship. I'm just going to put her on the spot. Vicky really likes me putting her on the spot. She says every time, I put me on the spot. Vicky goal mapped me back in 2018, maybe.
Oh no, it's a bit later than that.
Okay, she didn't tell me about it until after we were together. So you can create a goal map for the type of person you want to have in your life. Of course, you can't set a goal to make someone be with you. Everyone has free will. But through the law of attraction and through your own conscious intention, you can influence a great deal, of course. And certainly you can get clear about type of person you want into your life. As I did, I created a goal map for the type of person I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, and my intentions for my ideal partner and Vicky's intentions for her ideal partner fitted. And so it was a goal we both wanted, and it's been a very happy time ever since. This goal map here was created, as you can see at the bottom of the page, 14th of November 2021. Haven't really changed the map much since then. There are some small changes with the words and with the pictures, and you'll see those in a while when we go live to the goal mapping website. And we have some new images that we want to include, but generally the map is how it was when we first created it. And when we looked at it together recently and again today, we simply didn't see any changes we wanted to make. And this is the way with some goal maps. When we first created this map, I remember going into it several days in a row and making small changes because new ideas were coming for both of us about words and pictures and what we really wanted and how to say it as clearly as possible. But then after a couple of days, once we were happy with the statements and the pictures, it really hasn't changed so much since. And that's just how it is with some goal maps. So when you get to the essence of it, it doesn't change very much. Other goal maps may change quite regularly, especially business type goal maps where you have lots of actions and you take the action and then there's a new action to achieve in order to succeed in the goal. In the relationship goal maps, it's more of an ongoing journey. And what it is both a conscious reminder about what we've decided together is important and a subconscious command for both of us to be moving more often towards the things that we believe are goals. Some of the things on the map have already been achieved and we've simply lived them throughout the period of the last 9 months since creating the map. Other things are still a work in process. For instance, we build a happy, harmonious home. Well, that's a goal that we've achieved because we do live in a very nice home. And for those of you that haven't joined the Masterclass before, just spin the camera around, look how it shakes. And we've got the sea right outside of our window. We live on the seafront at Ventnor on the Isle of Wight. It's a beautiful place. It's a happy home. And we also have a goal map about building our own home. And so it's a double meaning goal for us. It's about being happy in the home we are in, but also holding the intention of the home we wish to build going forward into the future. And I want to say something about some of the other goals and what it means for you over the last year, how it's influenced us.
Yeah. So our centre goal, we two are one, creating freedom and fun. It's a bit like a mantra that you can remember. And we do create freedom within our work and our life. And we do have lots of fun in the meantime as well. Recently we were wild camping. We had a little DJ party. We took the decks and it was just the two of us playing one on, one off. But it was good fun. And we even decided to stay longer camping because we were able to. We were going to come home on the Sunday, but the weather was really good and we were enjoying ourselves, so we stayed an extra night. So I think that's a really good example of that centre goal.
And probably good to say that when we created this map last November, we have been living together and working together for 6 months at that time.
6 months.
And it was a big thing, although we were already together in the relationship. Vicky giving up her corporate career and moving in full time with me because she lived on the mainland, not on the Isle of Wight. And also then us working together every day and being together all the time. That was a big life change. And the map really helped us to stay clear about what were the important things and making time for a special experience. And I'm choosing the word experience because every so often we'll do something like Vicky said with the wild camping, and it's a special experience. It doesn't need to be a special price. Sometimes we do things that cost us actually nothing. Or next to nothing, just a few pounds, but it is a special experience. And part of that's been possible because of making life changes that, as Vicky said, give us greater freedom in how we're able to live. I've had quite a lot of freedom in my life for some years. Vicky's had a lot less freedom because of being in a corporate, not even 9 to 5, sort of 7 till 7 work, whereas I've had more freedom. But I tell you, the freedom just on my own doesn't equal anywhere near the fun of freedom together with life partner also having some freedom, because then we're able to do things in a different way and create a whole different and more powerful experience. I jumped in there, right? So I'm sorry. Other things that stand out to you on the map?
We travel together with ease whenever we wish.
Oh yeah, Vietnam.
Yeah, so we've done quite a lot of travel. Vietnam,
Greece, Italy,
Ireland.
Yeah, and all over England this year for work.
Hasn't involved too much planning. We've just made the arrangements and just made sure everything was.
Oh, I'm going to contradict you there.
Are you?
Yeah, because as some of the trips, like the Vietnam trip, because it was not long after the restrictions were eased with COVID, and the same with Ireland, which both of these were work trips. There was a lot of stressful,
actually, yeah,
a lot of stressful things to organise. But the really important point here was, even though all those things were quite stressful, in that, will I pass the COVID test like 12 hours before we've got to fly? Or, will they let us into the country? And all of those stressful things you had to face, we didn't really become stressed. And it says a lot, I think, when you're finding someone where you can travel with ease, because it's often things like holidays or travel arrangements that will really push the button, sometimes the stress button for people. Any other points standing out to you? I think this bottom one about prioritizing rituals has been a really important one, because that's been that constant throughout since we created this map. Cold water swimming all the way through the winter has been one of the rituals, juicing, etc. I think that's made a big difference. And there's lots of different ways, of course, that we have relationships. So as well as sort of a one-to-one, a partnership relationship, family relationships, community relationships, ultimately, the relationship you have with yourself, the way that you think about yourself, feel about yourself, the way you choose to behave is the most important relationship, because that relationship you have with yourself influences the relationship you have with everybody else, and of course with life. And so just going to try and move the PowerPoint on, been a little bit difficult. And here's your life map, Vicky, and do you just want to talk through what your life map means for you, because this is sort of capturing your relationship with yourself?
Yeah, so it's about the relationship I have with myself. The main goal, the middle one, the wording actually was slightly different. It started off as a song line that I picked up in like my early teens, which was nothing is impossible in my own powerful mind, but the wording's quite negative in a way. So with some help
impossible,
nothing. So with some help from Brian, it's changed to everything is possible in my own powerful mind. So it still has the tune to the song, so I still remember it really well.
But a more positive meaning.
Yeah, definitely. The top one, so my mind is alive and open for new opportunities. So when I'm really on it, my mind is really on it and alive, and spotting the new opportunities in all types of things. For the emotional, for me, just being free and peaceful in my mind is peace of mind. It's just so important to me. Physical, I'm energetic and enthusiastic. Financial, actions I take invest in my future. And the social one, I'm quite an introvert, quite shy, very camera shy.
How's your relationship with the camera?
Much better. 12 months ago, I wouldn't have my camera on at all on Zoom.
That which you persist in becomes easier.
Yeah.
Not that the thing changes, but you feel differently about it.
Yeah. So social, I feel good in social events. I like to be kind of in the corner, but it's something I've just been working on. And then spiritual. So for me, it's more about helping others, but I also need to help myself before I can help others.
While life is many things, one of the things it is for sure is a path. And as we move along our path in life, of course, our relationship with life changes. And so the question I'd like you to ponder at this time is, what does being in a relationship mean to you? Is it about just you being on your own in your relationship to life because you choose not to be around others? And some people enjoy their life more when they are on their own more. Or for you, does being in a relationship mean that you're with someone or have that harmony with someone? Vicky's going to go back over to man her computer so that we can answer any questions that come into the chat. And I'm just going to move through the PowerPoint presentation for a moment. I'd like you to consider this. Who we are and the way our life is really influenced by this combination of thought and feeling and action. Our thoughts become beliefs, and our feelings become attitudes, and our actions become our regular habits and behavior. And all of that goes into shaping both ourselves as a person, our character, but also, of course, the way that our life is, the world around us. And we cannot control everything in our life, and other people, of course, have a huge influence on how our life is. But by learning how to choose our thoughts and choose our best thoughts and choose our best feelings and choose our best behavior, we're able to influence our life into the best that we can. So what is your main thought about relationships? That good, bad, want them, don't want them? What do you think most often? Is it about harmony with other people or disharmony? Just right now, I'd like you to consider, what's your main thought about relationships? What's your main feeling towards relationships? I've had periods in my life where I felt very alone, and I've actually pushed other people away because I didn't want other people around me, even though I was feeling a bit isolated. I was quite down and depressed at the time, and so I just wanted everyone to stay away. When I'm not feeling good, I don't like a lot of people around me. I like to be on my own. Other times I'm craving company. Right now in your life, what is your thought right now about relationships? How important they are, how much you've missed them during the lockdown, how much you want to strengthen relationships, or maybe you're going through a period where you're looking actually to end some relationships. I've had several times in my life where I've decided, okay, I'm going to end these relationships because I don't feel that they are serving me any longer. These people are not in my life for a good reason, and they're really not helping my well-being or my level of happiness. And then what's your behavior towards relationships? Do you do things on a regular basis that help strengthen relationships? Are there things you need to start doing that strengthen your relationships, or are some of the behavior that you have damaging relationships? Again, I've had periods in my life where my behavior has been destructive to certain relationships because instead of creating harmony, it's created conflict. So if you've got a pad of paper and a pen, and if you don't have one, go get one, because you will for sure need it later on to follow through and engage in the rest of the presentation. I just want you to think through. What's your thoughts about relationships? What's your feelings about relationships? I'm not going to ask anybody to share unless they want to. But if you want to write in the chat, remember, Vicky's man in the chat. Vicky's also certified in goal mapping. She's more than qualified to answer your questions. She's been using her own goal maps now for some years. And now my relationship has been very influenced, of course, by the life I was born into and my childhood. For anyone that's new, let me just say I was born into a traveling funfair family. For those of you that have been on the program before, you already know this well. As a child, I traveled around with the circus and the funfair. I didn't go to school very often. I left school before 13 with no qualifications and unable to read and write properly. And my father took all of the funfair equipment to the seaside, to the Isle of Wight, and he opened it up for the tourist industry. And I still live here to this day. And I went on to help run the family business. And at 18, I opened a disco. I became the youngest person ever in England to be given a license to open a disco. Here on the screen is my old DJ box. I was a DJ for 10 years. We're in lots of music magazines. This is me at 18 in the new romantics way, face painted frilly shirts. Had a lot of success with the disco for 13 years. But at the end of that period, late 80s, early 90s, bad recession, the end of tourism here on the Isle of Wight, the family business went out of business, and I found myself in £1 million of debt, homeless, and my relationship, my marriage broke down under the pressure. Everything I owned was repossessed, and my wife couldn't quite take the strain of it all and decided to go her own way. So at 29, I become divorced, as well as homeless, unemployed, and massively in debt. And life was looking very dark, and my relationship with myself and with pretty much everybody else around me was at an all-time low, and I felt suicidal. I really couldn't see the light. I could only see darkness in the future, and I was seriously considering ending my own life. The turning point for me was finding personal development. It started with this single quote from Henry Ford: whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. And the big thing for me was understanding that this wasn't just someone's opinion, there was a science. And it was learning the science of positive thinking that changed me as a person, and through that changed my life, and then through that changed my relationships and with the people around me, friends, family, colleagues, and of course on to a new life. And now many people around the world who have accessed goal mapping and use it in some way to improve their life. And so I feel like there is a huge community, a huge group of people that I have a relationship with because of goal mapping. When you think a positive thought about yourself, your life, your situation, your ability to have harmony in yourself, in your life, in your relationships, if you think a positive thought, the positive thought starts in the middle of the brain cell. It travels out along the brain cell arms and it releases a chemical into your brain called serotonin, which is the happy chemical. And in addition to giving you a feeling of happiness, serotonin is also a neuroconductor. Joins the brain cells together, allows your thought to continue on its journey, and you build up this positive pattern of thought. And it's this joining together of brain cells that creates new ideas, new insights. And whether that's a new insight into a relationship, whether that's a new insight into your own behavior in a way that you may have been in a relationship, or whether it's a new insight into your life and how you can have more harmony. And when you have one of those new light bulb moments, a new idea, new experience, new insight, within a few moments, the brain cells separate out and the idea fades from the mind. And this is why it's so important to learn the science of positive thinking. And in particular, this key point, the brain cells that fire together, well, they gradually wire together. If you have that new idea come to you, a new insight about how to create harmony in your relationships or more peace and harmony within yourself and your life generally, if you will capture that thought in the form of a goal, then gradually it strengthens the brain cell connection. And as you strengthen the brain cell connection, you form new beliefs. At first, the belief is weak, it's just an opinion. But as you repeat more often the goal, you tell yourself, yeah, I'm going to do it. You picture it in your mind, you visualize it. Gradually, the connection grows stronger, and so does the belief. It moves from being just an opinion to a belief, to a knowing, to a sense of certainty that you can absolutely achieve this thing. And gradually, as you make more connections, and you're forming new ideas about what you want in life and how you can achieve it, so you activate both sides of your brain. The right side of your brain having a good vision of the future, a life you want to live in harmony with the person you want to live with. And also left brain, a strategy, a plan of how you're going to achieve it. how you're going to find that harmony in your relationship, or find that person that you want to be in a relationship with. Brain balance, like life balance, and in fact, relationship balance, is not static, flatline, 50-50 type balance. It's iterative, dynamic, one side complementing the other, infinity sign type balance. Have the vision, make the plan, clarify the mental picture, follow through with a strategy. Forming goals of what you want to achieve triggers the serotonin release that lifts your self-esteem. And the more positive you think about yourself, the more you release serotonin, raise your self-esteem. And the more positive you feel about yourself, the more happy you are with yourself, the easier it is to be harmonious with others, to think positively about others, to look for the good in others. All of this with the serotonin release helps us at a physical level, because when we're thinking positively and we're releasing serotonin, the serotonin not only lifts our self-esteem, but it nourishes our body right down to a cellular level. It boosts our well-being. It enlivens our immune system. And this is why more and more doctors are now recommending things as part of the treatment that help to lift someone's spirits, help them to feel good. This is why more and more humor is being used in medicine. And of course, having a loving heart and being with a loving partner is absolutely one of the best medicines you could ever have. Unfortunately, if the thought we're having about ourselves, our life, our situation, our relationships is negative, then the negative thought is releasing a different chemical called cortisol that produces a negative feeling. It's also a neuroinhibitor. So the more negative we become, the more our brain closes down, and all we see is what's wrong in our situation, what's wrong in our life. And with regard to relationships, the more negative we become, the more we see what we believe is wrong in the person we feel negative towards. We start seeing their faults rather than their blessings. We start seeing what we don't like about them rather than what we do like about them. The things we thought were cute about them become irritating and annoying. Setting goals is the best way of helping ourselves to stay positive in mind and focused on what is right. Whether that is what is right in ourselves, or what we believe is right in another person, or what we believe is right in life. And the more we're focused on what is right, the more we're releasing serotonin, which strengthens the brain cell connection, but also, of course, boosts that good feeling that raises self-esteem, that helps us in turn behave in a great way and also activate our whole brain. A right brain is more female brain, intuitive feeling brain. Left brain is more the male brain, logical brain, analytical brain. And we need both. We need both the male brain, logical brain, and the female brain, intuitive, creative brain, to be whole brain, whole person. And likewise in life, we need the balance between male and female if we're going to live life in a great way, and also, of course, help future generations. It's this whole brain, whole being, living that is most important, and that is achieved so well through goal mapping, because it helps to activate both the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Conscious mind is more connected to the left brain. Subconscious mind is more connected to the right brain. The subconscious mind is enormously powerful, and the analogy that I'm often using to help people understand how the subconscious mind works is to use the analogy that it's like a magical genie. It can do the most amazing things. It can help your wishes come true, but the one thing that a magical genie cannot do is wish for you. You must command the genie. And with your conscious mind, you are master of the magic lamp. And by creating your goal map, it's like rubbing the magic lamp. You're able to command your subconscious. And through that, to help you activate whole brain. Remember, left side of the brain is logical, thinks in words. Right side of the brain is creative, thinks in pictures. The right brain connects to the subconscious because your subconscious genie also responds to pictures, while your left brain, logic, responds to words. And this is why a goal map works so amazingly well. The uniqueness of a goal map is this balanced combination of words and pictures. And many people come to me that are doing dream boards and vision boards, and they have a lot of pretty pictures but no words. They're only using half a brain. Other people come to me and they've written down some goals, and it's very logical and clinical and cold. Get fit, find love, a great work. Right? But they're really not goals. They're just some words. Goals, to be powerful, need to be written as affirmations, and they also need a corresponding image or symbol so that we have the affirmation for the left brain and we have the picture, the visualization for the right brain. And this combination of left brain and right brain that activates whole brain and helps us to influence life and ourselves so we achieve our goals and dreams and wishes. In the middle of the goal map, we have a main goal. And tonight, the main goal is going to be creating harmony in relationships. And then on either side of the map, we have more goals. And these can be from all different areas of life. And tonight, what I'll be guiding you to look at is what difference does creating harmony in your relationships make for you in all the different areas of your life. And then at the top of the map, why? Why is it important for you to have more harmony in relationships? And then when do you want to achieve it? You saw on mine and Vicky's map, we've got a target date of the 14th of February 2023. That won't be the end of the relationship. That'll just be when we decide to create a new map, or maybe just update the existing one if we feel it doesn't need to change radically. And then how? What are the regular things you're going to do in order to create harmony within your relationships, either existing relationships or finding that new relationship? And then who's going to be involved? Who's going to help along the way? Is it just you? Are there other people, courses, etc. you're going to take? Since goal mapping my own relationships with myself, my community, the world around me has just changed radically. In joining personal development, it's taken me on a journey around the world I could never have imagined. I've spoken in more than 30 countries, here in Finland at a spiritual conference, here in Norway, lots of different magazine articles, this one from CNN about using goal mapping in business. And of course, you can use goal mapping in any area of your life at all. One of the key things I believe that I've learned in my journey with goal mapping over the years is that life is absolutely a mirror. As within, so without, and of course, as above, so below. The way that we are is reflected around us in life. And I found this many years ago, in fact, in my first 1-2 years of personal development. While there are many different religions and faiths in the world, there is one golden rule that is common to all. And you'll find this one rule in all religions: treat others the way that you wish they would treat you. And I think it's just such a key principle for all relationships. Whether you're a person that has a faith, or whether you simply believe in yourself and your own power to create your life the way you choose it to be, choosing to treat others the way you would wish them to treat you is an absolutely key principle. Another key principle for me, again, that I come across many years ago into my early journey into personal development, is that you cannot truly love another more than you genuinely love and like yourself. And many people will testify their love for somebody else, but they don't really love themselves. And because they don't love themselves, they don't have a high degree of self-control, and that causes them sometimes to lose their temper. And while they confess to love another person, they will often do things that really wrecks the relationship because they didn't have enough love for themselves and wasn't able to be the person they really wanted to be for the other person. Be open and accepting. Seek first to understand and then to be understood. And this was a principle I learned in the first year of my personal development journey when I became a trainer working for Stephen Covey and teaching his 7 habits of highly effective people. And this principle of seeking first to understand others before then putting your point across become absolutely a game changer for me in relationships. I was always wanting other people to understand me first before making the effort to understand them. But when you seek first by asking questions to understand where somebody else is at before then putting your point across, it's such a simple thing and yet creates so much more harmony. Another key point with goal setting in relationships, and I mentioned it briefly earlier, we really can't set goals for other people. Everybody has free will, and we can't set goals for somebody to be happy or healthy or to love us even. And we can only set goals for ourselves. And we can set goals to be our best, to encourage love or harmony or happiness in the people that we care for, but we can't make it be that way as much as we would wish to, because everybody has their own free will and can choose their own path and their own goals. I have very much come to believe in the law of attraction. The law of attraction works at many different levels, at a collective level, and at an individual level, and of course in a relationship level. And what you find in life generally, but also in relationships, is that like is attracted to like. If you break down the process in a little more detail, what attracts like to like with the law of attraction is our thoughts or beliefs, our feelings or attitudes, and our behavior or actions. And if you are a single person looking to attract your ideal partner, as I was when I got together with Vicky, or for Vicky when she goal mapped me, then what is important when you're thinking about the ideal person that you would like to be with, think about what would that person's beliefs be? What would that person's attitudes be? What would that person's behaviors be? So if I'm going to be with them every day, what does that mean for me? And then to understand that to attract that person, you would need to be of similar belief and attitude and behavior, because like attracts like. And it would be pointless wanting to attract someone who is very different from you. You're looking to attract someone who is obviously similar to you. Now, not total sameness, because total sameness just leads to stagnation. So it is like with difference. Opposites don't attract, they repel. But if you have too much sameness, it's stagnation. So again, this is a principle about balance. It's sameness with difference. So the difference adds a bit of spice. And me and Vicky are not the same in all the different ways. There are quite a number of differences between us. But what has made our relationship so harmonious is that we do have sameness in the really important things. Our beliefs about how you should behave in a relationship are the same. We both honor each other, we both respect each other, and we're both committed to each other. Our feelings about how you should be in a relationship also are the same, they match. And that's what helps hold us together, even though there are differences. There are physical differences in that I'm fairly tall, Vicky's not so tall. There are differences in that I'm more outgoing, and I've spent many years traveling around the world being a speaker, whereas Vicky's more introverted and doesn't like to always be around so many people. But our beliefs match. Our attitudes to life match, and the way that we believe that you should behave generally in life about being a good person, helping others, having a good relationship with the environment, with the planet, doing things that make a difference. So we have sameness in these important areas, but then the differences add a bit of spice, they add a bit of interest, because otherwise we'd be walking around in matching clothes all the time, everything would be the same, and not so much fun in that. So what are your beliefs about a relationship and how you should be in a relationship? What are your attitudes? What are your behavior? Because these are things that want to be within your map somewhere, either explicitly that you're showing them, here's the person I am, if you're looking to attract someone, or in your map, as in that they're there embedded within the goals that you're setting and the way that you're communicating yourself. So this is mine and Vicky's relationship map here again, words and pictures showing. And what I'd like you to do right now is to go to Goal Mapping Online. If you haven't already created your Goal Mapping account, then now is absolutely the time to do so, because I'm going to switch from the PowerPoint to the website, and I'm going to bring up goal mapping and just put on the screen here. And I'd like you to go to your goal mapping account and to click on where it says My Goal Maps and create a new goal map, as I just was here a moment ago. And you're going to come to this page where it says My Goal Map. And right at the very top, you can give your map a title. Mine and Vicky's map is called Our Future Together, I think. Our Future Freedom. Thank you. Now you can put in your own title. I'm going to go to mine and Vicky's goal map in a moment as a demonstration. But right now, if you bring up your page and go to create new goal map and write in the title and have a pad of paper and a pen ready, please. And the first step of goal map, and you can see it's up there at the moment, step 1, dream. On this first step, we're going to do a guided visualization. And for this guided visualization, all I want you to do is to sit back and relax. And we're just going to go for a few moments. I'm going to plug in the power lead, which is Vicky's given me, because I've got to plug it in. Thank you. Just another relationship thing there we can mention. Plug in the power lead from my laptop. And we're going to go for a short visualization to get a picture of your ideal relationships in the future. So if you have the goal mapping account up ready, if you have a pad of paper and a pen ready, and if you've got those things ready, just take a sit back in your chair right now. And when you're ready to, close your eyes. And Vicky's also going to go through the process as well. And we'll update our goal map with this process. So if you have an existing relationships goal map, you can update it. Or if you don't have a relationships goal map, you can create one here for the first time. Regardless, sit back, take a nice big deep breath in through your nose, please. Breathe out slowly through your mouth. And as you breathe out through your mouth, I want you to say the word relax 3 times to yourself and in your own language. Once more now, deep breath in through your nose, please. And this time as you breathe out slowly through your mouth, saying, I am 3 times to yourself and in your own language. And again now, deep breath in through your nose. And this time as you breathe out slowly through your mouth, saying the words within 3 times to yourself and in your own language. Relax. I am within. I'd like you to imagine a stream of relaxation flowing in through the top of your head like white light, soothing, calming, relaxing all of the areas that it touches. Imagine now relaxing your scalp, your forehead, your cheeks, your tongue, and your jaw. Give yourself permission to relax those areas completely, becoming more and more gently relaxed now with each easy breath that you take and each sound that you hear. The relaxation moves deeper. Relaxing your neck now, relaxing your shoulders, arms and hands, all the way down to the tips of your fingers. give yourself permission to relax those areas completely, becoming more and more gently relaxed now as the relaxation moves even deeper, relaxing your chest, relaxing your stomach, into your hips, thighs, calves, ankles, feet, and toes. A gentle wave of relaxation softly flowing through your body. I'd like you to imagine now walking along a beautiful sandy seashore. Clear blue skies above you, soft rolling waves, and a warm sun shining down upon your skin. As you stroll along this beautiful, carefree beach, you find a small blue bottle poking from the sand. As you pick up the bottle, the top comes open, and there appears a large blue shining genie. The genie says, "Your wish is my command. Anything you truly desire, I will grant you." I want you to take yourself forward in time now, knowing you have the power to create your life exactly as you would choose it to be, and to create harmony within your life and within all relationships. And take a walk through your ideal day of your ideal life, starting from when you first awake in the morning. Is your ideal day of harmonious relationships waking up on your own, feeling great about your relationship with yourself and life? Or in your ideal harmonious relationship day, are you waking up with your dream partner? Now, see how you start your ideal day in relationships. It is in you enjoying your relationship with life, starting your day alone, or is it you together with another or others, because it's also including family? Start to move through your ideal relationship day. See the quality of the relationships you enjoy with yourself, with life, with your community, with the helicopter flying by outside. Sorry about the noise there, disturbance. Start to picture all the different ways in which you enjoy harmony within relationships and encourage harmony within relationships. Whether that is your immediate, strong partner relationship, family relationships with either parents or children, siblings, aunts, uncles, grandma, granddad, whether it is the relationships you enjoy within your local community, or the relationships within your professional community, colleagues, customers, people you collaborate with. Notice also the harmony that you create within the relationships that make a difference in the world. Maybe even just the relationships where you acknowledge people on a daily basis, even if they're not people that you know their name or have a strong connection to. See yourself moving through your ideal day from early in the morning when you first awake, noticing the difference that having harmony in relationships makes to your experience of living, your sense of well-being, your ability to feel connected to the world, to life, to others. See yourself moving through your day, noticing harmony in relationships in all the different ways in your local area, as well as when you're traveling and meeting other people from different lands, different cultures, different communities, noticing how good it feels when we have collaboration instead of conflict. The difference we can make to the planet when we come together, cooperate with each other, and work for a better future. See all the sights, hear all the sounds, feel all the feelings, and when you're ready, come back to the present moment and bring with you all good ideas and intentions that serve you. Know it's all possible. Have a little stretch and a yawn to bring yourself back to waking consciousness. And then when you're ready, I want you to write into the center box. And as a suggestion, I believe the absolutely central key relationship is I have harmony with myself. If we don't have peace and harmony with ourselves, then really it is hard to find it in other people or other life situations. I'm going to ask Vicky to come back over and be with me for a few moments rather than answer in the chat. Now, from this place of having a goal of creating harmony with yourself, and of course, I would encourage you to find your own words. They can be the same as my words that I've written here on the screen, but it's using your own words that is always the most powerful. Then from that place, follow through either with creating a goal map that is about you creating harmony in other areas of your life, or if you're focused on finding a partner, goals about finding a partner or goals about strengthening the relationship. I'm going to switch over to my account and find mine and Vicky's goal map together of harmonious relationships. And if I go to the edit button, you can see the 5 goals that we have. Now, if you're doing a goal map to strengthen a relationship, it's really important that you get your partner to create their goals, that you do the visualization together. If your partner's not with you tonight, have your partner watch the recording or just tell them the process. Both of you write down your goals for the relationship and then choose words that combine the goals. So when me and Vicky created this goal map, she wrote down 5 goals for her, I wrote down 5 goals for me, and then we saw how they fitted together, and we had some conversation, particularly about the wording. And this is where we made most of the changes in the first couple of days, is that we gradually found more and more meaningful words that fitted really well to say what it was we wanted to say about our goals. And so at the top here, we've got we two, because it was both us doing this together, are one, creating freedom and fun. And looking at the map today and looking back over the last 9 months, we've realized just how well this fitted. But if you were someone that was creating a goal map to just enhance your experience of life and your relationship to life, then obviously you may choose some different words. What is important is that you're always writing the goal in the form of an affirmation. Now, if it's you creating a goal map about attracting a partner, you might want to put I. So I attract or I create. But if it's you and your partner doing the map together, then we language, of course, is the most appropriate. And so myself and Vicky here using we, and an affirmation, very ancient way of setting goals. Affirmation is always written using, put you on the spot.
Personal, positive, and present tense.
And she didn't know I was going to ask her. Personal, positive, present tense. So you say the goal, you, or if it's a joint goal, we. You say it like it's a reality now, and you say the thing you want, not what you don't want. Because sometimes people fall into the trap of saying negative goals. They say what they don't want. So we don't want to argue more. Well, the subconscious doesn't understand don't. So if you write a goal like we don't want to argue more, all you will get is argue more. Okay. So you have to have the positive. The positive, not arguing, obviously, harmony. So we have more harmony, for instance. And you do this with all of the different goals. And here, me and Vicky have chosen 5 goals that reflect on us and our relationship, bringing peace within our family. So my children, Vicky's parents, my mother, my father died some years ago. But it's about both families coming together and us having harmony within the wider family and the things that we believe are important in the relationship. So traveling together was a big thing. And we come together during lockdown. So in the first year of our relationship, there was next to no travel at all. In fact, for the first 3 months, didn't even see each other because we weren't allowed to travel. And then after the lockdown started to ease, we traveled a little within the UK, mostly for work. And then in this last year, I traveled on a wider basis. And then this goal here about building a happy and harmonious home. And so we love the home we're in. We also have a goal map and plans about building our dream home, where we will be until we're both ended this life, and helping each other to grow, because obviously we're both fully committed to personal development. Remember, if you're a single person looking to attract your ideal partner, and then you want to think about the things that are important for you that you would like in a relationship. In one of my older relationship goal maps, before I met Vicky, one of my goals is to wake up every day with the person I love, because I was often traveling and away from home and on my own a lot of the time. And now we travel together for work, plus we run a lot of online presentations like this one, where we're able to do the presentation together. And of course, Vicky leaving her work, we're now also working together. Now, you can edit any of the goals at any time. You can just click on the button, it will open up. And in the first few days of creating your map, it's important to keep making the small changes. It's like tuning the lens of the camera. There was a beautiful full moon here the other night. We were watching it and shooting stars. And we've got a little telescope on a tripod. And when we were tuning in on the moon, on the big full moon over the ocean, at first we didn't have quite a clear picture. You could see the moon was big, but it was all fuzzy. And it needed just the smallest amount of tuning, the smallest amount of adjustment to bring a clear picture. And that's how it is with a goal map. Okay, it's the small changes in the statement, and all of the changes, we talk about them before we make the change. It's the small changes that bring through a clear picture. Because sometimes just changing one word changes the whole meaning of what's really being expressed within the statement. And likewise, changing the picture also adds a greater depth of meaning to the goal. And remember, please, it's this combination of words, left brain, pictures, right brain, that activate whole brain and lead us to the achievement of the intention. Once you have your 5 goals, it's then time to make sure you have the main goal in the center. Which one goal, once achieved, will most help you to achieve the other goals? Well, I've already said, I think creating harmony in relationships or harmony with self is the main goal. And me and Vicky have chosen this one. Having fun and creating freedom is what we believe is most going to lift our relationship to the highest levels. And so we've got that one in the center. You can click on any goal and then click where you want it to move to, and it will move there. And so you can move them all around. I'm going to put this back over where it was, and I'm going to move having fun back into the center, and move our goal map back. I think it was in this position. You can move the goals at any time, of course. And then in step 3, visualize. It's time to add the imagery, so you're activating whole brain. And now, again, you can keep on adding pictures as new pictures come. And we created this map a while ago. Some of the pictures we've updated. So I've got a picture here of my children skiing, which Vicky also now likes to do. We went skiing 2 times last year in Italy, and was a great experience. Once with my daughter, once just me and Vicky. Both of them we combine with a little bit of work trips. The more meaningful the image, the more powerfully it will command your subconscious. Remember, your subconscious mind responds to images. Now, when you're first creating your goal map, there are categories that will come, and just choose any images that feel good for the moment. So I can choose this one here, for instance, with the hearts. You just click on it and it goes directly into the map. But we're going to make it more powerful by choosing an image that is more meaningful. I've got a folder here with relationship pictures in. Can put this one, and this is a picture. Vicky said, I'd really like to wear a mask later, and I thought she meant face mask, but she meant a mud face mask. Really like a mask later, and found it earlier today and just thought it was funny. But I think the one that we're going to put in the folder, perhaps, is this one. Is this right? Yeah. Just checking, you see, in case I'm choosing the wrong picture. Taking just a moment here to upload for some reason. If you find that the upload is slow, it's normally because of either internet speed, and for some reason we've got really slow internet speed tonight. And this picture was taken on a local beach here just the other day, and sort of captures where me and Vicky are at the moment. We're working hard, we're also playing hard. And we're going to change this image here. We travel together with ease whenever we wish. And we're going to change that for a picture that we took of us together in Vietnam back about 3 months ago now, I suppose it was, which was, again, a work trip. We're in Vietnam for a whole month, and we were working there, but also having chill time and going to some interesting places. So uploading for meaningful photos can take a little while, because you may want to search through all of your folders to find those photos that are meaningful to you. Remember, the photo doesn't mean anything to anybody else. It only needs to mean something to you. It doesn't need to mean anything to anyone else, as long as it means something to you. A picture of my children probably means nothing to you. It means a great deal to me. When you have those meaningful pictures, it creates lots of brain cell stimulation. But to be in the flow, when you're first creating your map, consider using the folders. Remember, they are right here, and you can go to any of the folders: well-being, financial, relationships, purpose. They're all pre-stocked with images. You can go to the internet and you can search for meaningful pictures from any of the online pictures available. You just have to type in the word and it brings you up a selection. Again, click on any picture and the image goes directly into your map. And then in step 4, why? What are your 3 strongest reasons for wanting to create greater harmony within your relationships? And what I've found in so many of my goal maps is that while the goals will all be very different, often the reasons will be very similar. And here in this goal map, myself and Vicky chose the images together. There are some ways in which we're different. And I mentioned earlier that Vicky is more introvert and I'm a little more extrovert. But even the most introvert person doesn't really want to live their whole life in a cave, never meeting anyone. Everybody wants to have at least some interaction at some point in their life. And so what are your reasons for wanting to have interaction with others, for wanting to be together with others? Our 3 strong reasons were being great friends first and foremost, lovers and partners in a life and work and making a difference in the world, because we have the same beliefs about wanting to help other people with personal development, helping people to have a better life, being the balance for each other, being the mirror for each other. Vicky often reflects things to me that I haven't seen in myself, and vice versa, me helping her to see things in herself so we can both grow strong. And of course, we want to grow old together, not just strong together, and to do it gracefully. And again, choosing images here that feel meaningful to us. A picture taken on the beach here where we live, as well as other images that we found online. And now when? So if you're a single person looking to be in a relationship, then give a date of when you would like that by. The start date is normally today's date, the date that you're creating the map. You can see here the date of the 14th of November, because that's when me and Vicky created this map, and we're not going to change the start date. The achievement date, 14th of February, St. Valentine's Day or evening, 2023, so next year. And we're not going to change this date. This is the date when we will review this map and update it if we feel we want to update it, or maybe create a completely new map because we feel like there's a lot of new things we want to include. If you're a new person looking for love, then give a target date of when you want to attract your perfect partner by. Or if you're creating a goal map to strengthen an existing relationship, I really recommend you do that together with the other person in the relationship. Or it can be a family goal map. Or in fact, maybe you're thinking about something wider, like a team goal map, or even a community goal map, where you're going to gather people together in your local community and you're going to create a goal map that brings the community together and creates more harmony in the community. But whenever there is more than one person involved in the goal, then you need the other people to also be setting the goal. It can be one map where you all agree on it, or you can all have your own map, as is often the way in corporates. There'll be one team goal map, and then each team member having their own individual goal map, or one family goal map, and each family member having their own individual goal map. Choose the achievement date, the date when you're going to achieve it by or review. And then in step 6, how? What are the regular things to do in order to create greater harmony within the relationship or relationships, depending on your goal? Me and Vicky have chosen 3 key things: prioritizing the rituals that keep us strong. And Vicky was saying recently we went wild camping. We did some DJing together, not just in the wild camping, but also in the revival night for my old disco recently. And we have our regular rituals that help the relationship stay strong and actually grow from strength to strength. Another thing we do, making time to talk and walk. This has become a daily activity, but also a weekly activity, because as well as walking on a daily basis, like we did today, where we have a quick chat about things we're doing together, like the masterclass here tonight, we also have a bigger walk, a sort of a brainstorming walk once a week, where we talk about the bigger picture of how life's going and how we want it to be for our future, and if there's things we need to change. But when you're doing creative thinking about life and coming together in relationships, it's really good to be doing that and having some movement in the body, so walk and talk, rather than just sitting down and talking. Or sometimes we'll have bath and talk. I suppose that's sitting down and talking. Sometimes there'd be a once-off thing here, like buying some new trainers. Needed those for the walking and talking because my old ones fell apart. So sometimes you have a once-off action, and that may have a specific date, and you can set a date in the diary. But I've actually bought the new trainers, so I'm not going to put a date. I'm just going to delete it out. I could have ticked it to say it's done. Whereas these other 2 actions are ongoing. And you can enter in as many actions as you want to. This feature is only available at the upgrade level of either silver or gold. But I find it really important to add the extra detail and to plan out the map. Here we've got, we cook, clean, and collaborate. And I could have written an endless list here, particularly in terms of the collaborate, because where we're now working together, there are a zillion things we are doing together. But in particular, we look for projects we can collaborate on, and like education project we're working on to create some new educational material, or making, we did our first joint video together just a little more than a week ago. Sometimes Vicky's doing the filming, but we had us both together on camera. We look to coordinate our diaries. So if we're booking in coaching sessions where we're coaching other people, we coordinate those so we've got more free time together has been an important thing. But then more simple things. We cook a meal together at least twice a week. So both of us will cook, and often we are doing things together with the cooking, but we make a special effort to cook one special meal, but often two or more together each week, and then cleaning the home together. Cleansing is a better word for us more than cleaning. We do it with a good heart. It's something we choose to do together because it feels like we're refreshing and renewing. Now, when we were first together, we didn't have this freedom. And I know that some people might be looking at the goal map here and saying, well, it's okay for you. You seem to have a nice life where you've got the freedom to do things together and be together. We didn't have that freedom. We've created that freedom. Vicky was living in a different part of the country and in a very restrictive work. I was traveling around the world for presentations. We've created a life together, and it's having these daily rituals. Like we go swim each morning, and we've created a life. I've got an early morning coaching coming up on Thursday, but normally I won't take any bookings early in the morning, nor Vicky, so that we do have time to swim together each morning. I juice each morning because without health and well-being, then you have nothing. And we both want to be healthy and well. That's why we take a mushroom tincture. We have our normal morning rituals that help us come together in a strong way, but also, of course, feel strong in our body and live our life well. And then step 7, who? Who do you need to be either to create harmony with your partner and your family and other people, whether that's colleagues, customers, people in your community, or how do you need to be to attract your ideal partner? Remember, like attracts like. If you want to attract someone that's fun and faithful and easygoing, you need to be that way yourself. Like attracts life. If you're already in a relationship and you're deciding on the things you need to do to strengthen the relationship, then together you need to decide who do you need to be in order to follow through and do those things. So we are mindful, because to follow through with our daily rituals like going swimming and juicing and taking the tinctures, we need to be mindful. So the tinctures are at the side of the bed. I'm always buying enough fruit at the start of the week to last us a week to do the juicing, and Vicky's always washing the towels and the swimwear so that we've got the things we need to take that early morning swim each day. We are caring, because being that way again is what helps us to follow through with the actions. Being committed, and not just to each other, but to following through and doing the different things we've decided are important that help us to have that greater harmony within the relationship. And so if I bring up the map again, you can see we've got the being on the left-hand side, the doing on the right-hand side, and together, who we're being and what we are doing leads us to have greater harmony in our relationships, these goals. And again, I want to make the point that I know it would be easy for some people to think that it's okay for us because we've got a good life. It's been actually at times a really, really tough year. There's been ever such a lot of stress at times this year. There's been challenges in relationship where I've been worried about my mother, who's 95 and not always in the best of health, still lives on her own. Vicky, worrying about her parents and, of course, health as they get older. My daughters, for the first time, one of them moving far away for a while in Canada to become a ski instructor, and she'll go back to Canada again later this year, and will be gone 6 to 9 months this time. And a lot of challenges in changing the business and travel for work and many different pressures. And so it would have easy to have actually allowed that stress to influence our relationship, and for the relationship to have not had a great amount of harmony. And I really think creating this map together and staying connected to this map over the last year is what's helped us to stay really strong in our relationship and take it to another level. And I feel absolutely sure that our reasons for creating harmony in the relationship, such as growing old together gracefully and continuing to be friends, lovers, and partners, will absolutely be achieved. And it is helping us both to be our best as we support each other and grow stronger together. Now, once you have your goal map, my advice to you is to click the orange button where it says Generate Map, and this will create an image of your map that you can then print out. And here in my folder, you can see here's our relationship goal map, and also other goal maps have got Build the Dream Home, our dream home, next to the relationship goal map. And of course, you can have goal maps for absolutely anything at all. And this is why we have these monthly masterclasses to help people understand how to create a goal map for the different important areas that make life work well. And once you've got your goal map downloaded to your computer, you can print it, you can share it, of course, with your partner, and you can still update it. It simply means printing out an additional map once you've made a change. If I go back to the PowerPoint presentation, and Vicky's going to go back to manning the chat on the other side of the table, just to make sure that we're able to answer people's questions. Turn the camera a little bit here. Once you have your map, the key is live the map and live it every day in some way. If you print it out, you're bringing it into the physical, and you can also then sign it. And your signature is like making a promise, and you want to put your map up somewhere where you can see it. So I have a goal map, and it's the goal map of me and Vicky building our dream home is up on the bedroom wall. I have other goal maps here in my folder, and I keep them in my folder because I'm often away from home, and I'm always scribbling down notes on my to-do list on my pad. My goal maps are in a little plastic folder right next door. When you sign your map, you're making a promise. And if you're doing a map to strengthen, relationships, then I really recommend that both you and your partner, or you and your family, or it could be you and your team, all sign the map, because each person's giving their commitment. And then look at your map once each day, and ideally first thing in the morning. And when you look at the map, say the words. And this then is creating the combination of affirmation and visualization. And one more ritual me and Vicky have is eating a piece of chocolate together on every webinar we do. So we just got a piece of chocolate now. And then share the map. Share the map with family, friends, team members, other people involved, because when you share your goal map, you are also demonstrating belief in yourself. You're making your goal public, and you're saying, this is what I believe, this is what I intend. That also strengthens the command to the universe to move your goal towards you, as well as moving you towards your goal. Update your goal map. Just like me and Vicky have updated ours, we've changed the words a little in a couple of the goals, and we've also updated some of the pictures. Here's another relationship, of course, that's important to me. My own daughter, Aisha, and my children have been creating goal maps since they were very young. And this one was created by Aisha, by Shanti when she was 10, about being the best big sister she could be. To my younger daughter, Aisha, who's just been over to stay the last couple of days. And here, another type of relationship. This is a team goal map from Microsoft UK. If you look at the bottom of the map, you can see the senior team of Microsoft UK all signing their goal map. This is back in January 2007, all signing their goal map about being committed to the team and the team goals over the next 2 years of working together with Microsoft and goal mapping. When you're creating a goal map, you're creating the brain cell connections that help you to activate the whole of your brain. And this is why each month I recommend you create another goal map, gradually creating new brain cell connections that help you create a new neuro net of brain cell connections, which helps you to create a new you. One map each month. And the ritual, very simple. Create your map, join the masterclass here with me. And we've got people that join every month, follow through. Create a new goal map every month, or update your existing goal map. And remember, you can do this at the free level simply by deleting out your old goal map and creating a new one each month, because at the free level, you can only have one goal map. But if you upgrade to the premium level, you can have as many goal maps really as you like. And it's by having the different goal maps and being able to update them each month that it strengthens this brain cell connection and sends a more powerful command to your subconscious mind. In addition to creating your goal maps, watch the video to learn the goal mapping principles. If you click on Life Path, and you'll see it highlighted here, each dot on the island is a piece of video from the goal mapping workshop. And at the free level, you can watch an hour of video. And at the premium levels, you can watch 30 hours of video that show you all of the deeper principles about goal mapping. So here, the winds of change. And at the end of each video, which on average is about 15 minutes long, the system will ask you, do you want to watch another video, or do you want to go and update your goal map? In addition, We also have a family section. So if you want to help your children and extended members of your family to create their goal map, simply click on the family area and you'll find there is lots of free resources for you to use to help you learn how to goal map with your children. Or if you're upgraded to the gold level, you can download goal mapping workbook, goal mapping video, my best-selling children's book, Sam the Magic Genie, all of which will help you learn how to teach goal mapping to children. Go to the Gold Lounge at the gold level and you have 7 coaching rooms. Go into any of the coaching rooms, like the relationships coaching room, and you'll find there all of the past recordings of masterclasses and workshops showing you how to create goal maps, and even success interviews with me talking about the different subject matter. In addition, at the gold level, you can also join the monthly Golden Opportunity Workshop. And the next one coming is next Monday, which I believe is the 22nd, where we've got a special deep dive into the content and the deeper principles of relationships and how you use the other mapping systems. Because in addition to goal mapping, there is also life mapping and action mapping. Life map looks like this, and you saw Vicky's one earlier. At the silver level, you can create a life map. At the gold level, you can create a life map and also an action map. An action map is focused for helping people to change habit patterns. And so all these levels available. If you are at the premium of goal mapping, it's very easy to upgrade. You simply click in the upgrade button in the purple header, and it will bring up the options. And you can either have a monthly option at silver or gold. Remember, a silver option helps you to have life mapping as well as goal mapping, plus extra video, whereas the gold level gives you goal mapping, life mapping, action mapping, and the gold lounge. And of course, you can use the planner system, the to-do system, and every other feature that we have in the program. The gold level is available monthly or yearly, but if you're joining my mastery program, Warrior Within, that me and Vicky will be running together starting the 31st of August for 7 weeks. So every week, 2.5 hours of special content, where gradually over 7 weeks, we guide the community through creating all 4 maps: a goal map, a life map, an action map, and a self map. And the teaching in Warrior Within is very simple. There is a mighty warrior within each one of us waiting to be set free. What kind of inner warrior might you be? More importantly, which warrior qualities are going to help you to live your best life and to find the greatest harmony within your relationships? It is an absolutely fantastic community that's in Warrior Within. We already have around about 40 people booked for the program, many of them people that attended last year and the year before. And the reason they return is because this wonderful connection with community. Over the 7 weeks, you'll be introduced to all the mapping systems. So life mapping, self-mapping, action mapping, and goal mapping, learning all of the deeper content and going through exercises that help you strengthen your relationship, both with yourself, with others, and fundamentally, of course, with life. And we have a special Warrior Within lounge. I'm going to see if I can go to it in live time rather than just showing you the PowerPoint screen grab. So if I go back to Goal Mapping Online and just click into the Warrior Within team, and this is the special area where you will have access to for a whole year if you're joining the program. And here is where you'll connect with this amazing Warrior Within community. And so many of the people coming back wanting to be part of the community again. And here in the Warrior Within Lounge, we have 7 TPs. And every week we reshuffle the community. And so you go into a different TP with a different group of people every week over the 7 weeks. These TPs are led by the most experienced goal mapping trainers and coaches. So here, this one by Gunilla Turner, who is from Finland, and is one of the most experienced goal mapping coaches. And here, she's putting in extra information to give a deeper understanding about her beliefs and the deeper content of Warrior Within. And so each week you'll move to a deeper TP, and each week you'll have access to the resource center of materials and a buddy for the week to help you stay accountable, to follow through, look at your map every day, and do the relationship exercises and other exercises to help you be at your best, do your best, achieve your best results, and live your best life. And we also believe strongly in intuition in Warrior Within. And so each week you're able to access a new Warrior Intuition rune card. I'm just going to take a look at mine for the week. And interestingly, I had this rune physically recently on a crystal, and had a really important meaning for me. And so seeing it come up randomly here tonight in Warrior Within Lounge, again, has given it really, really deep meaning for me. And so here in the lounge, you can go to the TP, you can connect with a buddy. We have a resource center, intuition. We run all of the presentations through the lounge. And this is where we post all of the video after each week. Of course, the lounge is only accessible by the people that join the program. But if you're not able to attend the live, you can watch the video afterwards, take the life balance check, access all of the different tools and techniques, go through the program, and we leave the lounge open after the 7 weeks is over, so you can continue to connect with buddies and other people within the Warrior Within tribe and community, so that you can continue growing and learning regardless of the program ending after the 7 weeks. In addition to joining the program, meeting all of the other people, and going through the amazing content and some of the testimonials that people are sharing about the breakthroughs they've had. I'd like Richard Gilbert here telling how it changed his relationship with alcohol, and he went teetotal. Or Colwinda Dillon talking about how it changed her insights about confidence and work. Or Esther talking about how Warrior Within helped her to find a new level of certainty in herself. I mean, just absolutely huge breakthroughs that people have Margot from Holland, talking about how Warrior Within changed her relationship with her past and how she viewed her past with her family. Warrior Within helps you in so many different ways, whether that's with gaining greater insight into yourself and your own relationship with yourself, or through having a buddy helping you to follow through and create greater relationships generally in your life. We focus a great deal in the program on law of attraction and how your energy creates an aura within yourself. I've got one of my aura pictures here from 2018 and how that influences life around you. As a part of the focus we have is how your energy can influence, for instance, the structure of water crystals, or one of the experiments that we run in Warrior Within is the Big Apple experiment, where we take an apple at the start of the program, cut it in half, put it in 2 sealed containers. And this is a picture from the last Warrior Within. And we invite other people to do this. We do it live on the first program. We show other people how to follow through. And then on one sealed container, I've got the word love, and on the other one, hate. And how your thoughts start to influence the apple. The learning here, of course, is that the consistency of an apple is about the same consistency as the human body. An apple is generally 80% water. Human body is generally 80% water. And it's been scientifically shown with the experiments on water crystals and others that your thoughts and your feelings do, through the law of attraction, have an influence on other matter around you and, of course, on other people. And if this is how your thoughts can influence an apple, then it's also how they can influence both yourself as well as other people. There's a lot of great content in Warrior Within. It's my mastery program. And so the deepest content, the most powerful stories, all of the most life-changing techniques that I know are included in the program. But in essence, what the program comes down to is this. It will help you to think your best thoughts, feel your best feelings, take your best actions, and you will invariably live your best life. At the price of the program, £499. That is for all 7 weeks, for all of the material, and of course, for access to that material for the rest of the year after the 7 weeks has ended, because you still have access to the Warrior Within Lounge, all of the recordings, all of the resources, and stay connected with the community. The special offer for tonight is just £350 plus VAT. It is a full money back guarantee. If you're not completely happy with the program, once we start the program, you can just say, and without any argument, you'll be offered a full refund. We've never had anybody actually ask for that. If you want to read more information on the program, that you want to see specific dates and timings, those things, go to the link we've got here on the screen. Vicky's going to post it in the chat now, goalmapping.com/warrior within. And if you want the special price, then you need to apply this special discount code, Warrior350. Enter the code in, that gives you the special discount, so you can get the special offer price. And as an extra bonus, anybody signing up for Warrior Within tonight is going to receive also 12 months free upgrade to the gold level. That means that in addition to attending Warrior Within and the Warrior Within Lounge, you'll also be at the premium level of goal mapping gold, and you'll have that for the next year. And once you've attended Warrior Within, if you want to attend the next year, you can come back for free as long as you're bringing a guest. But you can bring that guest at a special price. And again, both of you will receive gold upgrade codes. And for me, it's an absolute joy to see so many people returning year on year to attend the program, refresh their maps if they've already done them, and to bring guests into the program because they want those guests to have the same life-changing experience that they've had. And so if you're interested in joining the program, remember we're starting 31st of August, a little less than 2 weeks now. If you've been on the program before, we've got some new content, new surprises, and new insights coming. It's an opportunity to refresh maps if you've been before, or if you're joining for the first time. Let me assure you, this really is life-changing program. You're going to meet a group of people, some of which may be friends for the rest of your life, certainly for many years to come. Happy to have new insights, new breakthroughs. If you want the special price, take the code Warrior 350. Remember, you can read more information. You can see video testimonials from some of the people I showed you just now. Simply go follow the link, goalmapping.com/Warrior Within. And as part of the program, you're going to receive that upgrade code that gives you gold membership for the next year. I'm just looking in the Q&A, a couple of people writing questions, joining from Norway. Read that early. Good evening, Brian and Vicky. Not too late, as I thought it would be. All right, just a comment there from Sheila, who's been on the program now several times, but absolutely finding huge value from it. I'm just looking back through the comments Vicky's been making, but I think answered all the questions. Just going to check in with her. And so if you're interested in joining the program, click the link, follow through. If you have any questions that you want to ask, you can ask those questions by going to vicky@goalmapping.com. That's VIKKI@goalmapping.com. And myself and Vicky would be very happy to answer all of your questions. Really hope to see you on the program. Whatever you're looking to change or break through in your life, this is a program that can help you. Thank you for tuning in this evening and watching. It's been great to be with you. Hope it's good for you. Most important thing, go create your map. It's creating the map that works and magic. That's why after 27 years of teaching this system, I'm still creating mine. I wish you all the best from me and from Vicky. Lots of love. Stay well. Keep goal mapping. Bye for now.